Namaskar, welcome to the True Hunt. Today we have got again Dr. Ashok Rattan with us, who has been an ex-WHO laboratory director. And apart from that, he's currently holding a position of chairman, medical committee with Redcliffe Labs. Sir, welcome to the True Hunt. And I would like to tell our viewers that today's topic of discussion is the air pollution and longevity of life. As you know that air pollution is a hot topic all over India and of course the globe as well. Sir, my first question to you is, as WHO also quotes, or rather I would say classified air pollution as particularly PM 2.5. Sir, I would like to know that what is this PM 2.5 all about?
PM stands for particulate matter and 2.5 is the size. This is micrometer. The human hair has a diameter between 50 to 90 micrometer. This would mean that it is 30 times smaller than human hair. WHO has classified this as a potential carcinogen because it is inhaled. It is fine particles which is consisting of chemicals, of pollutants, dust, etc., which can be inhaled into the body and it will go deep inside our lungs. It is so small that it can enter into the bloodstream, and after it enters into the bloodstream, it can circulate all over the body. As a consequence, it has irritating effect in the respiratory tract. Thereafter, it sets up inflammation in various parts of the body, and it has inhibitory effect on immunity, and also it has mutagenic potential. So it can cause mutations which will lead to cancer. And that's why PM 2.5 is the biggest culprit.
Sir, I would like to ask you, please throw a light on some of the primary sources of PM 2.5 emission.
PM 2.5 has other partners which play the role. It has been said that ground level ozone, when acted upon by the sunlight, it will make what we call as smog. This is then mixed with small fine particles which we inhale as PM 2.5. This has also reacted with nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide. So all, as well as lead, which comes from unburnt fuel. So all this adds to pollution, which in urban environment is very common. And this is what is the one which causes most of the ill effects, not only in the respiratory tract from where it enters, but also in extra respiratory situations where it can cause cancer.
Sir, of course, cancer is a deadly disease. And sir, my next question is related to India. Is air pollution all over spreaded in India? What is your call on that? If yes, can you bifurcate the states accordingly?
Actually, today I was going through the net, and AQI, where it is measured, air quality index, is available on the net. I had started off from Kohima, where I spent some of my childhood, which had an AQI of 29. Then I went to Goa, which has about 80. Because the cricket match yesterday was in Mumbai, I noticed that the AQI was 180. Today it will be in Calcutta, it's about 80. And in Delhi, it is 400. So overall, it would mean that there are areas which are having good air quality index and Delhi, which has the worst.
Sir, of course, Delhi has got the worst air quality index, as you talked about. But there are various reasons which generally the news reports and other things states that the parali which is burnt in the states of Haryana and Punjab. So that is the one of the major causes of bad air pollution in Delhi.
There was a study which was published in Nature, which is a highly respected biomedical journal, which indicated that the air quality index in North India becomes bad on two occasions throughout the year. One is in April, May, where the AQI rises, and that is because of Pirali, which is burnt after wheat harvesting. The second one is in October, November, where rice harvesting and then burning of parali is raised. And since this moment, it was reported that more than 30,000 fires have been burned. I think they reported that every year, 44 to 98,000 premature deaths occur between 2003 and 2019, and they were attributing this in Punjab, Haryana, and UP due to burning of farm waste. And this is being published in Nature, indicating that it was partly because of PM 2.5, which is very high.
Sir, if you have to set up a ratio between the burning of farm waste and other causes of air pollution, so how will you categorize in between? What is the ratio between the farm waste and other air pollutants?
I think farm waste is the major source. Along with that, there is also the burning of fuel, which adds to that. But that I would have thought that traffic is the same or worse in some of the other cities than in NCR. I guess we have to admit that firecrackers would be an added risk factors between October and November, because there's evidence that some of the firecrackers increase PM 2.5 tremendously. There are short-term effects and there are long-term effects, all triggered by pollution that we breathe in. And it's been guesstimated that a person living with bad air loses up to 5 years of its lifespan, so that the effect is worse in two extremes of life. In children whose organs are developing and might get damaged, and in adults who already have comorbidities who might get the final push because of bad air.
Sir, of course, our honorable courts have also made sure this time that the crackers should be burned in a limit, and advise the respective governments also to take care of the measures so that the smog is not generated through the firecrackers during the Diwali which we had. And sir, my question goes with this. Of course, the government can make the policies and make an implementation plan, but how important is for the citizens as well to abide by those implementation plans so that to make a successful air pollution free journey for the country? What is your say on that, being a senior most doctor?
I would agree that a bursting of firecrackers will lead to increase in PM 2.5, which is injurious to those who are burning the crackers and persons around it. But it is not only during Diwali that it needs to be banned. It needs to be banned totally.
Means on the occasional traditional festivals as well.
On every festival, it should be banned then. That means we should find alternate ways of increasing noise, increasing light, etc., rather than burning firecrackers. But that is only for one day. The persistent effect is that of Pirali. And of course, pollution from the vehicles. As you know, new norms are being set up so that the pollution which comes from burning of fossil fuel will decrease, because that produces a lot of dust. It produces a lot of PM 2.5. There's also PM 10, which is also harmful, but it is more harmful to the lungs and the trachea rather than to the rest of the body, because PM 10 is not absorbed, but PM 2.5 is absorbed, and that's why it's more harmful.
So that's why, as a part of G20 initiative, and apart from that also, government is promoting more and more green fuels nowadays, so that it makes a good eco-friendly environment to live.
Electric vehicles will be one answer.
Hydrogen fuel is also there, and apart from that, solar, wind, and other things as well.
Not only government has to make policies, but also that people need to find ways of improving their own health. One is that when the AQI is very high, then they should not go outside to exercise. They should keep their windows closed. If possible, they should have air purifiers inside the room. When they go out, they can wear masks, but that is at their own level. Schools have been closed and they're not allowed to practice. So that actually means this is the time when the children must play outside. And if they are not able to do, I think the government has to take action and to make sure that instead of giving us free electricity and free water, it is free air and pure air, which is every citizen's right.
My next question goes, of course, as you were talking about the air quality index. For monitoring the air quality, there is a system installed nowadays, which is the automated monitoring, portable sensors, internet connected sensors. So can you elaborate on that for the layman audience understanding?
These are automated sensors which are now linked to the internet also, so that they are sensors. That means they will look at the air. They have been placed at various places, basis, and they would look at the air quality and in a continuous manner would keep on reporting what is the air quality available based on what is the level of PM 2.5, what is the level of carbon monoxide, what is the level of nitrogen oxide, what is the level of sulfur dioxide and of ozone.
Sir, I would like to ask you, as I am aware myself personally, that generally when the air quality is bad throughout the country or in a particular state, as per the duty, the center health ministry issues an advisory to the respective states to follow certain instructions so that the air quality and the citizens can be protected in a way. So how the process works, as you are from the health sector, a senior doctor who has seen the world, I would like to say. So, sir, how do you see this process and how seriously this advisory and directions are taken by the respective states?
See, in India, health is a state subject. So ultimately, the states have to take their own action. And from what it appears, that it is the state of Punjab, Haryana, UP, and Delhi, which are the worst affected. So they have to work in unison. Center can take some decisions and make them work together. But besides that, I think people have to take their own responsibility. And the fuel, of course, as you know, norms have been becoming more and more strict. Diesel has been phased out and more and more have gone into liquid gas, as well as the generators have also been discontinued. So those are good steps. Besides that, the limiting factor is Pirali, and I think people are making attempts to convert this into ethanol so that instead of waste, it will become a wealth generator. And along with that, they should force their elected representative to take action.
Sir, I would like to ask a question. Of course, this is for my understanding. And of course, some viewers also would like to understand this topic. Sir, as we are aware that in the recent past, the government has made some change in the rule regarding the recruitment process of doctors and of course the registration process of doctors with degrees and diplomas to be uploaded on a particular website. So sir, as you mentioned that the health is the state subject, so why can't health, which is very important especially during the COVID era, which has been realized by each and every citizen that how the health is important to us, so, sir, why can't health be brought up into one approach? I'm talking about either seeing from center or state perspective, it should be a one approach as health is important for a country. So, what is your say on that?
You know that center has the power to work on things which are of importance, and many central schemes are available. So I think even this should be elevated to the center. But overall, you know, all the politicians have to work together if they claim that they are working for us.
I would like to say that that means the center and state should be working together closely, especially towards the one health approach.
I think that is what is desired.